welcome everyone to the session 74th of Beyond Research series where curiosity meets conversation. And today it is my pleasure to introduce our guest for the session. Uh, but before we dive into the speaker introduction, let me just give you a brief intro about the session. So, today's session focuses on uh, a topic that many undergraduate students think about but often don't have clear guidance on, like choosing research as an undergrad. Research during undergraduate studies can open doors to innovation, deeper learning, and future careers in academia and industry. In this session, we will explore how students can begin their journey into research early and make informed decisions about pursuing it. So it's my pleasure to introduce our speaker for today, Ms. Shreya Tamaskar. Shreya is a second year BS student in chemical sciences at IIT Roorkee. She completed her schooling at Narayana Thane, where she pursued PCMB and developed an early interest in scientific research. Currently, she is actively involved in research under a professor working on antimicrobial resistance. Uh, if anyone has any comments, we'll take them at the end. Right. An area growing in global importance. Alongside her academic pursuits, she also contributed to the student scientific community, serving as the editorial joint secretary of the chemistry club at IIT Roorkee from August 2024 to August 2025. Today, through today's session, Shreya will share her experiences and insights on how undergraduate students can start exploring research and why choosing research early can become impactful for their academic journey. So it is my pleasure to welcome Ms. Shreya Tamaskar for the session today. Welcome, Shreya, and we are really eager to learn from you. And over to you.
Thank you for the wonderful introduction, Puneet. So I would like to start with the session.
Sure.
I'll start by sharing the screen. Uh, okay, is it visible?
Yes, it
Hello.
is visible.
Yeah, so as he mentioned, I am a second year BSMS Chemical Science student at IIT Roorkee, and during today's session, I'm going to talk about choosing research as an undergrad. And more importantly, I want to share how I personally navigated it. So I'll start with a little bit about my journey and why I chose research in chemistry particularly. I'll also briefly share my projects and current work so that you can get a real idea of what undergraduate research can look like. And then I'll finally end with some practical tips which I have gathered based on my overall experience here. So let me start about by talking about my journey after 10th. So, during my 11th and 12th higher secondary years, my goal was basically to get into IIC, which is the Indian Institute of Science, and actually I had even cleared it, but at the last moment, I had decided to prepare for JEE Advance also, and ultimately I ended up uh, being here at IIT, choosing IIT Roorkee BSMS Chemical Science. And I know a lot of you guys might have uh, different opinions on this, but let me exactly tell you why I made that decision. The reason behind my choice was that IIT offers a very broad range of opportunities. You can go into research, you can go into technology, you can do startups, you can do anything out of the box. And At first, this decision was tough for me, but I felt that this path would give me more flexibility to explore my interest in different subjects. Uh, So during my first year, I got to explore multiple skills like AIML, and design, uh, and web development. However, I was always more attracted towards research, uh, and but I feel that uh, learning the skills was very useful for me because I think learning skills like AIML is also useful in research. And so that is how I got engaged with one of the research projects. Uh, Also, I would like to add that life at IIT is very happening. There are many workshops and events to attend here, and you get a lot of exposure overall here. Uh, like it builds your confidence when you attend events, workshops here. It builds your confidence and it builds your personality. And this is the thing which I realized only after coming here. So I think this was a great decision in my life overall. Uh, so now let me get to why I chose research as my career path, particularly. Um, One of the most obvious reasons was that I found it interesting. Honestly, I personally enjoy reading and learning about any interesting topic in depth. And I think if you are the same, then research is definitely for you. Research is absolutely interesting. Like I when I was in high school, I have done research, and since then I have enjoyed. So I definitely recommend research for anyone who is interested in just reading about any topic in depth. Apart from being enjoyable, research is also becoming more and more important in our country with the time to come. Uh, Even though today India is one of the largest economies globally by GDP, its contribution to R&D is actually very less as compared to other countries. Uh, Compared to India, developed countries like USA, uh, USA spends actually around $1 trillion annually into R&D, and even smaller nations like Israel and Korea prioritize research at around 5 to 6% of their GDPs. And on an average, uh, developed countries spend around 3% of their GDP in R&D, but India only spends around 0.6% of its GDP, which is actually only $22 billion. Uh, but right now, I would like to add that, but right now, India is developing very fast, and we are trying more and more to develop research. So the increase in its investment in research is bound to happen. So I believe that India's R&D is the next big thing. Uh, so the topic which I'm currently interested in is drug chemistry or drug biology. Uh, So this area is about designing new drugs, improving existing drug molecules, and understanding how exactly these drug molecules interact with biological targets like proteins. It involves the use of organic chemistry, biochemistry, molecular biology, and even computational tools. Uh, AI is used in this field very extensively. Also, this field is very in demand because, firstly, pharmaceutical companies they invest billions into drug development, and uh, there is always this global demand for medicines in the market. Apart from this field, there are other fields in chemistry and biology which are generating considerable interest nowadays. There is biotechnology and genetic engineering. This has a huge growth in healthcare and agriculture sectors. Also, you can do startups in this field, and new innovations in this field can generate remunerative patents. Then there's also AI in chemistry and biology. This is becoming more and more in demand lately because this is basically AI is applicable in all fields in chemistry and biology these days. And the use of AI in research is actually making it more efficient by saving time and money. Uh, Another field is material chemistry or nanotechnology. Uh, this basically involves designing new materials for real world use. Uh, this has direct industrial applications. For example, you can design batteries, semiconductors, nanomaterials, polymers, electronics, technology, everything using nano technology and material chemistry. Uh, then another massive uh, futuristic field is energy and sustainable chemistry. Uh, this field is receiving massive global funding and has future demand also. It basically involves green chemistry and renewable energy. Uh, Although it has less financial returns, currently it's growing massive. Uh, so now coming to what I have worked on. This was my first research project, which I did as a high schooler. I did this using Polygens, which is a platform that connects students with mentors to work on a research project. I was also assigned a mentor who guided me throughout this process, and it basically lasted for around 3 months. During these 3 months, I read multiple articles, and then at the end of it, I wrote this paper, this review paper. Um, so let me tell you a little bit about this first project which I did. It was basically on aurora B kinases, which act as major regulators in the cell cycle. So in general, cell division is regulated by checkpoints to prevent mistakes in the division. Uh, Basically, errors like misalignment or improper segregation of chromosomes, these can lead to deadly disorders like cancer and aneuploidy. To prevent this, the the aurora kinases are important. Um, Prevention of these mistakes is carried out during a specific time window, which occurs during metaphase, right before anaphase. And this window is called the spindle assembly checkpoint. During this phase, it has to be made sure that every chromosome is aligned properly. As you can see in the figure, it has to make sure every chromosome has to be aligned properly on the metaphase plate. Uh, and each chromosome has a kinetochore, and the chromosomes are attached to the spindle fibers. What's the role of aurora B kinases here is that it basically localizes at these kinetochores and ensures that uh, kinetochores are properly attached to the spindle fibers for the proper segregation of these sister chromatids. So, why this just
You are on mute. You are on mute.
hello?
Yeah, yeah, now you're audible. It's
Am
okay.
I
You can
audible?
continue. You can continue.
Yeah, now you're audible.
Okay. Okay. So, coming to what I'm working on currently, I'm actually working under Professor Saugata Hazra at IIT Roorkee in antimicrobial resistance. And antimicrobial resistance is basically the resistance evolved by microbes against antibiotics, which are used to treat them. One of the antibiotics used against bacteria are beta-lactams. As you can see in the figure, these are beta-lactams. They are basically four-membered rings with cyclic amide. These four are beta-lactams. And the one in the center here, it this is the molecule which mimics the beta-lactams. Uh, this molecule here is basically a cell wall precursor involved in transpeptidation, meaning that it helps in joining the NAG and NAM chains in the cell wall, and it binds to a catalyst called PVP. PVP is penicillin binding protein. So basically, beta lactams target these PVP molecules and inhibit them. Uh, so once these molecules are inhibited, once PVPs are inhibited, cell wall synthesis becomes weak. Uh, Ultimately, cell wall becomes weak, and then the bacteria dies of cell burst or lysis. But over time, bacteria have evolved resistance to antibiotics, which we use against them. And one of the most common mechanisms in antimicrobial resistance is the enzymatic breakdown of antibiotics, which is done by beta lactams. Uh, and I would like to mention that there are four classes of beta lactams: A, Class B, Class C, and Class D. These are actually divided into further two types. Uh, First type is a serine beta lactamases, and second type is metallo beta lactamases. Uh, so, as these names suggest, uh, this figure shows serine beta lactamases and metallo beta lactamases. So, as the name suggests, in serine beta lactamases, serine molecule is used to attack on the beta lactam ring, uh, and this way, serine acts as a nucleophile, and it basically breaks the beta lactam ring, and it makes the antibiotic inefficient. Whereas in metallo-beta-lactam, what happens is that metal activates a water molecule, and this water molecule then acts as a nucleophile, and it attacks on this beta-lactam ring and breaks it and makes the antibiotic inefficient. Uh, with evolving time, what happens is that with evolving time, several pathogens, several bacteria using this beta lactamase production, these are becoming resistant to multiple antibiotics, and so this is leading to several problems in treating severe infections in hospital like sepsis. So that's why solving this problem is becoming more and more important nowadays. So now coming to some tips which I have gathered uh, via my experience. When I first came to IIT Roorkee, when I first came to this college, I thought that CGPA was everything, and I just focused on lectures, assignments, exams, and I thought everything else would just fall into place. But when I actually spent 10 years here, I realized that uh, to actually enhance your career in research, or for that matter, any field, things which you do outside of classroom are more important. And CGPA is just a criteria you need to get wherever you want. CGPA is not everything. So I started slowly by attending conferences, workshops, and small college events, anything I could find. And for the first time, I was exposed to different ideas that were totally out of my syllabus. I saw what people across the country, across the globe were working on. I started understanding what problems actually matter today. And more importantly, this actually helped me figure out what I should be working on, what I should be focusing my interests on. So, attending workshops and events is regarding your field is very important. Also, attending these things makes you more confident and it enhances your network of people. And I feel this way of connecting with people where you can talk face to face is much convenient than connecting online on LinkedIn because actually you can make a good impression on them by connecting face to face. Um, and my next and most important tip for going into research as an undergrad is gaining hands-on experience. uh, Hands-on experience which may involve working under a professor in universities. And hands-on experience obviously gives you more knowledge than, just reading books and mugging up your coursework. Uh, and also these practical skills which you will gain via working on an actual project are very important if you apply for any research project outside or even PhD, even for PhD. And I would say don't wait for, figuring things out or finding a niche. If you want to do a research project in a certain domain, just go through every professor's work in your university or outside your university, any university like ISER, NICER. Go through every professor's work in uh, in a particular field or domain which you are interested in, and then find something which you actually feel is interesting, uh, and then approach that professor, whichever you found interesting. Also, one more thing about working under professors is that you can get referrals, which are very useful for applying to positions abroad or even in India. In general, referrals are very useful. So I would say get as many referrals as possible. Uh, Also, while approaching professors, CGPA criteria matter. CGPA criteria, people feel that CGPA criteria matters, and people hesitate to approach professors because their CGPA is not high enough. But in my opinion, this shouldn't stop you from approaching professors. I think what matters more is your interest and your initiative uh, to approach them. And one, my golden tip is to, before approaching the professors, read about their work, understand what they're doing, go through their most important works, and then approach them with genuine curiosity and confidence. Confidence matters a lot while approaching professors. It basically sets you apart from all the other students who have reached out without any preparation. Uh, so, to my next important tip, connecting with people. Uh, so during during the times when I felt completely lost about my career. Uh, Hello, am I audible?
Yes, is there an issue?
Uh, just just a second. I'm so sorry. I thought I disconnected. Uh, during the times when I felt like completely lost about my career, uh, this one thing which helped me the most is talking to my seniors. Uh, and I would suggest talk to the person who was in the position, in the same position as you, uh, maybe maybe your college senior or any research professional in your field, which you meet on LinkedIn or somewhere else, any person who has achieved what you want to achieve in the future. Um, so when you speak to these people, what happens is that you get a very real and practical perspective about what actually matters, what to focus on in your field, and what mistakes to avoid while going ahead in your field. So talking to seniors is one of the most underrated yet one of the most important tips that I would give you. Coming to my next suggestion, that research is not limited to just academia or pursuing PhD. There are actually several other options and ways where you can be involved in research other than just going into academia. And one of the most common options is industry R&D. Um, in this, you can work in companies like pharmaceutical companies, chemical or biotech firms. Uh, the focus here is basically more application based than academia. Here you get to work on new products, developing new products, improving existing products. So basically, here you get to work on solving real world problems. Although I would like to add that you most of the times you cannot escape PhD here because most of the R&D companies they actually prefer PhD candidates for senior roles. So PhD is preferred for industry R&D. Another very great option is working in a government research lab. Government research labs they offer very stable career, fixed salaries, and a lot of benefits, pensions, everything which you can expect in a normal government job. Also, you can get to work on national level research, things which actually cause impact, like defense, so yeah, space, environment, healthcare. And also work here is in general more structured, more process driven, and compared to corporate jobs, I think there is less pressure in government labs. But again, I would like to add that the entry here is quite competitive. So, in general, these are the two most uh, great options that I would recommend apart from academia. My last and final tip to you is be human, not perfect. Don't stress about having the perfect CG or securing the perfect internship or projects. And don't compare yourself to anyone else saying he or she is doing so many projects from first year. I am starting so late. Uh, Even if you start late, it's fine. It doesn't mean that you can't achieve what you want to achieve, and just focus on what you have in hand right now and work on it continuously, consistently, day by day. And that's how research works. If you work consistently, then ultimately you get what you want. So that's all I wanted to share for today about my personal journey, the projects I'm engaged in, and my suggestions. And I hope these insights are of some use to you. Thank you for your attention. Now, feel free to ask any questions.
Ma'am, how to overcome failure?
How to overcome what? Can you? Can you repeat?
How to come overcome failure? Like you are doing research, you put hours, but you get negative result.
Yeah, so in research, basically, sometimes like sometimes you experience failure in research, but that doesn't mean that it's like ultimate failure. You can, take guidance from your supervisor or any professors, or any person who's senior to you who has worked on the same project or similar projects, and you can just keep working consistently and have positive attitude. Research is all about consistency and perseverance. So failure is a part of research, I would say. Like sometimes you don't get sometimes you get negative results in the experiment. You need to keep working. I can see one question in the chat box. Which skills do we need to learn for research work? Actually, it depends on what in which field you're doing research. In my field, in chemistry, you would need to learn. Uh, you would need to work under professors and learn skills like basic skills like chromatography, acid-base titration. All these skills basically you learn in your BSc. So you can learn these skills. But to learn skills actually in research work, we need to gain hands-on experience under a professor. Someone has raised their hand. Can they unmute?
Yeah, actually, I had a doubt that if we are doing the research, so from where can we find the basic information about it? As you said, that we have to, approach the professors and all, right? So, like, from
Yeah.
where can we find? From normal network or from our college itself?
Uh, like anywhere, like if you want, if there is a professor working in your college itself, who is working in the field which you are interested in, then I would say you can go for that. Or there are research institutes like ICER, NICER, and IIT Madras. So all these institutes, you can go to their websites and check out the profiles of different professors, and you can see whichever profile interests you. You can just go to that professor. You can write a mail to them. That's what you can do. But I would say if you're a beginner, then start with your college professors so that you can, gain more hands-on experience that way.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Someone is saying, hi, I am a blue farm student. As I don't get the basics of research about what is hindsight research. So,
Ma'am, how to prepare?
yes, someone was saying, hello, am I audible?
Yes.
This question in the chat box, and what is review article and where can I get information? Uh, you can start by, you know, these things you can start by going to Google and searching what is high cited journals. And uh, high cited journals are basically journals which publish research papers or review papers, uh, and which are cited multiple times. Review article is something which uh, you do not write by research doing a completely new research. Review article is something which you write after reading multiple research papers. And how to connect with other university professors. Uh, for this, you can mail them, or you can just go to the website of the university, and their email or any contact information is available there. So you can just mail them. Yes, Mira, you are not audible actually. Hello.
Ma'am, I had like a very bad academics starting. Like my basics is I don't know the basic of my field.
It's okay. I mean, if you want to, if you're interested in the field, and if you really want to go in that field, then maybe you can start by, watching videos on YouTube, and like you can cover the basics on YouTube, or you can use paper PDFs or books. I would say YouTube videos are much better than PDF books. But my voice is echoing.
Uh, can you repeat, ma'am? Your voice was not clear. Can you repeat?
Hello, is it clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, please mute yourself after
It's
you're done
still
asking your
echoing
question,
actually.
Suraj.
Yeah, it's
Everyone mute, please.
Yeah.
yeah. Someone was asking. As I was answering Suraj's doubt, I was telling him ki, if you are not clear with the basics, then go for videos on YouTube in your field. Uh, Contact your seniors or your colleagues or your teachers, professors, and tell them that you are interested and your basics are not clear. You can just ask them for some reference or some videos on YouTube which might help you cover the basics. And then you can slowly start by, approaching a professor. I would say mostly, uh, yeah, coursework is very important to cover the basics, but hands-on experience and uh, research work in lab is definitely something more important than, just covering the coursework. Uh, what are the steps involved in submitting a research paper? You can go to a website of a journal, and you can read the instructions given there, like the format of the paper and everything. And then you can edit your paper format that way, and then you can submit your research paper there. Ma'am, please tell how to pursue bioinformatics business. Uh, I actually haven't pursued a bioinformatics business, but uh, if you're talking about startup, then I would say if you have a new innovation or new idea, then you can actually build a startup on that. Like that's a very, great hyping startup, and you can even patent it. Other than reading research papers, what are the other ways to figure out interest for research? Other than reading research papers, yeah, as I mentioned before, you can attend events, conferences, workshops, and see that what all people are working out there uh, for research. and you can figure out your interest that way. Or you can even talk to your seniors or professors who are working in the field which you want, and you can ask them about what they're working on, and it generally that creates a interest. Are we expected to identify a research gap before starting a PhD or by end of masters, or do our supervisors help us with that? Actually, I am a BSMS student, but I I'm expected to. I think at the end of masters, you have a master's thesis, and uh, then you can go for PhD. I'm actually not sure about this because I am a BSMS student and I haven't done PhD. Lavanya,
Can you like tell the importance of MBA before entering into companies?
uh, yeah, basically MBA is for if you want to go for management and finance. So like if you are from a totally different field like mine, let's say BSMS chemistry, then I want to go into a company where management and finance is involved. Then I want like the company wants to make sure that I have knowledge in that field also. So MBA is important, like if you want to go in corporate, in research also, if you want managerial roles in general.
Okay, but like when would you suggest if a person wants to pursue MBA, like after bachelor's or after master's or before PhD, like when?
MBA, I would suggest after masters. Like even you can do a side MBA, like online MBA or any side MBA if you just want it for getting a managerial position in a corporate company, then you can just do you can just do it side by side your masters. Um, Doing side by side PhD is not that credible, but you can do it side by side of your masters or even after your masters if possible.
Ma'am, how to write scientific writing? Like I don't know scientific writing, how to write research paper.
Uh, like you, in general, are you talking about like review papers or like normal research papers?
Ma'am, both.
So for review papers, you basically need to read a lot of papers, and then you need to basically follow a particular format which is required for the paper. Like you need title, then abstract, then introduction, then if you're writing a review, then you don't need materials and methods. Uh, but if you're writing a normal research paper, then you need to mention the materials and methods which you used. Then you need to mention the results in if you're writing a normal paper, and after that you can mention discussion and conclusion. And you need to cite every article which you read for which you used for writing your paper at the end of the paper. And then you can even mention acknowledgements to your supervisor or any mentor who helped you. So this is a general format for writing review paper or research paper in general.
How should one begin to do this if he is new into the field?
I would say don't just stress about writing a research paper. First, like you to write a research paper, you need to gain knowledge about the field. Like if you're writing review paper, then you need to read at least 20 to 25 papers in that particular topic to write a review paper. So writing is basically not a very stressful thing. You just need to know the format of writing, which is actually available online. And as I told you, the format you can write in that format. Where did you learn about research papers and how to read articles in your university? Is it through books, internet, or something else? Uh, Actually, my university has a email ID, uh, which you can use to access multiple articles online. I mostly used internet to read to get research papers. I did not use my university uh, uh, library or anything. I use internet. Ma'am, please tell college list as pursuing MBA in life science and bioinformatics. Uh, Actually, I'm not sure about this one. I will come back to this. What is the difference between review paper and normal research paper? So, as I already mentioned, review paper is when you are writing a review on multiple research papers. Like, let's say I was writing review on Aurora B kinases. So, I read multiple research papers on Aurora B kinases, like where do they localize, what is their function, what is the structure, everything. And then I compiled that into a review paper. Normal research paper is when you're working on a particular topic. Like, let's say I am working on identifying the structure of Aurora B kinases, and I get some results based on my NMR or uh, you know electron microscopy. Uh, then I will write that into a normal research paper. Okay, even I have access through many websites like Science Direct, etc. But the information overwhelms me. How to overcome this? Like exactly, yeah, information can overwhelm you. Like the research paper is like a big, it's really big and overwhelming. But it was actually at first it was overwhelming for me also to start reading a research paper. So what I would suggest is that first you read the abstract and you understand what the research paper is about. If you're not understanding, you can just use AI tools like ChatGPT or uh, this Claude to understand what the abstract says, and then you can move to the results, like what the paper has already found, what the paper has actually found, and you can then move to discussion and conclusion. If you are uh, if you are very interested, then you can also read the methods and materials used. Apart from that, if you're very lazy to read the research paper, then I would say just read the results and discussion.
I had one more doubt.
Yes,
Like, if actually I'm a biotech student and currently I'm in first year,
yeah,
so like I also have the course of bioinformatics, right? So
yeah.
if I like would you suggest me to study more about data analytics and coding, like, because since it is shifting a bit more to IT course while my course is biotech, so like would you suggest me to go extra in that because I'm interested in bioinformatics?
Yeah, actually, yeah, I would say, like if you're doing a course in bioinformatics, then I would say ki you should definitely, learn more uh, tech, AIML, because it is right now it is a very growing field, and like if you are doing that, then you have bio knowledge also and you have tech knowledge also. So I would definitely suggest you to learn more of tech. Even I have learned tech for that matter. We are doing our project work using Google. Yes, yes. Someone unmuted.
Yes, ma'am. Sometimes feel like there is no progress in research. So what should I do?
Uh, if you are if you're genuinely interested, then you can just be perseverant. You can talk to and you can try hard. You can talk to your professors, your supervisors, your guides, or your seniors who have done similar projects. So talking to seniors is very it's very helpful. You can talk to your seniors who have done similar research projects. You can talk to them about your failure. You can ask them how that I am having this failure in this experiment. How do I proceed with this? How do I improve this experiment? You can ask them, or you can ask your professor or your supervisor, guide, anyone, or someone who's doing a PhD in that field. Maybe you can ask them about. We are doing our project work using Google Scholar for our literature review. Are there any better resources or websites available? Uh, there are better website like there are AI tools, better AI tools like Anara AI. It basically helps you to you just type which research which research paper you want, any topic. If you just type there whichever topic you want, you can actually find multiple research papers using Anara. Anara has helped me a lot. You can find research papers using Anara. Uh, After passing IIT JAM exam, do I get admission directly in IIT, or do I have to go through an interview also? I think in IIT JAM exam is for MSc, right? So for that you don't need uh interview. Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
Yes.
How to take and pursue AI course for bioinformatics and life sciences from beginners to pro. Um, you can I would recommend if you're already doing the course if you're already doing coursework in bioinformatics, then you can maybe talk to your professor. If not that, then you can uh, there are NPTEL courses available in this. uh, Also, if you want to go for something simpler, there are Coursera courses on Udemy also they are available. Like beginner courses you can do with Coursera and Udemy. And if you want like a good level course, then you can try NPTEL. So any more questions?
Ma'am, how you write? During write, what software you use?
Like, are you asking me which software I use to write review papers?
Yes, yes.
Uh, I basically, uh, I actually don't use any software in general. What I do is uh, I use ChatGPT sometimes, but like not completely. Like you cannot write the whole research paper using one tool. I have used some ChatGPT to compile the whole format and little bit of Claude AI to uh, you know uh, get all the topics uh, in one place, get all the content, basically write all the content. In general, what I do is that I go through multiple research articles. I make my own notes on a paper or anywhere, Word article, anywhere. I just make my own notes and then I use AI to, compile that into my format. I use Claude and ChatGPT sometimes.
Well, thank you very much, Shreya. And I think, the way the interaction is going on, we can go on for, another hour and not even realize it.
Yeah,
So, thank you very much, Shreya, for such an insightful and inspiring session and your experiences and guidance on, undergraduate research have certainly provided valuable direction for many students who are exploring research as a potential path. And on behalf of Biopractify, I would like to express our sincere gratitude to you for taking the time to share your journey and knowledge with us today, and also for gracefully taking up all these different questions. Uh, and I would also like to thank the participants who joined us with this session and actively engaged and made this session even more interactive. And your curiosity and enthusiasm are what makes this series truly meaningful. And I think especially Suraj, who had a lot of questions. And I think, Suraj, if you still have any question, we can connect through email. You can write to us at biopractifyteam@gmail.com, right? I would also like to hope that today's session helped everyone gain a clearer perspective on starting your research journey early. And thank you everyone for joining us, and thank you again, Shreya, for taking this session and doing this for Biopractifies.
I would like to thank Biopractify also for inviting me and all the participants for for asking so many questions and listening to my presentation, of course. Thank you for being so patient and such a lovely audience.
Yeah, thank you everyone, and thank you, Shreya. And we would hope to see more of you in upcoming sessions. And I think the way the questions are there, we need more of you in the coming sessions.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for having me.
thank you,
Thank
Shreya.
you.
Thank you, everyone. Have a
Thank you,
nice day.
everyone. Have a nice day. Bye.
झालं संपलं सगळ्यांनी थँक्यू